Hello, Francisco.
Hello, hello, Mr.
Hello,
Lookman.
my
I'm so
friend.
glad to be here.
Me too. It's my pleasure to have your precious time here. By the way, how was your day?
Everything was good. Everything was really good. Yeah.
Really good. How is the weather in the Mexico right now?
In Mexico, it's a little bit cold, a little bit, because we are kind of like in winter. I mean, but it's cold like in Mexican standards. We don't get snow here.
Minus or not minus?
Oh no, no minus, like just six, six,
It's
yeah,
normal,
or five,
maybe.
yeah.
Everyone can survive.
Yeah, it's fine. It's not bad.
Okay, so Francisco, we are going to talk about the traveling. But I don't know, like maybe you have something to say about the traveling, like kind of a good or great countries or place in your country. So whatever you want to say about the traveling, just say it. But
Well,
if you don't want to say about that, that's okay, that's fine.
oh, well, yeah, when it comes to traveling, to be honest, it's my favorite topic. I really love to talk about that because I think it's a really great experience, travel. No matter where you travel, like just to a city, few minutes to your city, like a city that is close to your city,
Hmm.
it's always great because I don't know, you can when you get out of your city or your house or out of your reality, it's something great because you can make friends, you can try new things, you can eat new things, you can make new friends, meet new people, watch new things. It's incredible. So I really enjoy this topic, and I also like to listen to other people when they are talking about their travelings because it's like, oh my goodness, probably that person traveled to, I don't know, to Brazil, and you are hearing their experience, and that's something great because you are learning at the same time.
Right.
So I really love to talk about traveling, definitely.
So you must be agree about that the travel is the only way to learn life lessons,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. That's true,
Okay. Now,
definitely.
speaking of traveling, do you prefer to travel alone or with others?
Uh, I I like both of them.
Mm,
I'm gonna start with alone. I
mhm,
I really enjoy traveling alone because you can do anything you want. I mean,
mhm.
all depends on you. You don't rely on other people, and that's something great because when you travel alone, it's like you can go and eat in a restaurant, or you can meet people by yourself. Along the travel, you can make new friends, and they can become your like kind of like your family. I think that it's something great. Uh, Traveling alone. Also, it's like you kind of like discover yourself. Like probably you don't know yourself really well, but when you travel to another city, to another country alone, you start to realize some stuff about you that probably you didn't know about you. I'm not sure if you can understand, but yeah. Uh,
Sure.
I like the time that you spend with yourself alone. I think it's something really cool, something really great. You can bring a book, and that book can be your best friend when you travel alone. Um, and it's a good experience. I would recommend to everybody to do that, like traveling alone, because it's an amazing experience. And when you travel with, but don't get me wrong, I also like to travel with friends and with family because it's a completely other experience. And when you travel with friends and or family, I think it's something really cool as well because you're having fun with the people that you love, that you like it. And probably you can be like in a really bad situation when you are traveling with friends, but your friends are gonna make that situation fun, and you are not gonna care. Let's say you are in the airport or you are at the bus station and you miss the flight or you miss the bus. Probably if you were alone, you would be a little bit worried. But if you are with people, with your friends, probably they are gonna help you. They are gonna try to make you feel better, and that's something great. Yeah, I also like that. When you travel with family, it's also a good experience. I like it. I like to travel with my family because it's good to spend time with your family. Probably sometimes every day, like you go to work or you go to school, so you don't have time sometimes to interact with your own family. But it's that's why it's good to travel with your family because it's like you know them better, you spend time with them. It's really cool. It's really cool because you the experience that you have, uh, your family or your friends are gonna have the same experience.
Agree. Could not agree more. But there is a plus and a minus, right? When you go alone, especially if you need some helps, you don't know everyone. Like you kind of like walking alone, and then you see the stranger everywhere. Even you want to say something, but you worried that maybe they are not gonna help you, or maybe they think like you are like a stranger as well. So that's why there is a plus and a minus when you go alone. So do you have the problem about that? Like the plus and the minus when you go traveling alone?
That's something true. Like there are pros and cons, and probably you would feel a little bit more, how can I say, uncomfortable, but you you learn like to survive alone. Like you need to be aware of the people who is behind you, who is in front of you, to take care of yourself, uh, to give your love to yourself. For example, I remember one last year when I was traveling alone to Canada, I got sick and I felt really terrible because no one was with me to take care of me. So you just got you just learn to be more strong.
Hmm.
Um, and it's part of solo traveling. The bad experience, the good experience, but at the end of the day, I think that those are lessons that you are gonna remember for all your life. It's just for you. I mean, no one else is gonna remember that. It's like something that happened to you, and nobody is gonna know about it unless you wanna share it. But I think that is something really cool. I don't really care about security. Well, I care, of course I do, but that's part of the solo travel that you need to you learn how to take care of yourself.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And then how to
definitely,
survive,
and how to
alone.
survive
It's
exactly.
really hard sometimes. Agree, agree. So by the way, what are some popular travel destinations?
For me,
Yep.
uh, well, it depends on my budget. I mean, I would like to do it like in foreign countries, but sometimes I mean I don't have the time or the money. So sometimes, for example, I like to do solo travels to the cities that are close to my city or places that are close to my city. Um, Basically, those are like I really like to travel like to places like countrysides or touristic places full of history. I like to see like places with a lot of history because it's like a, I don't know, it's a good experience. Like you can learn about the place.
Okay.
Yeah, you can learn about the history, about everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just imagine that you have enough money to go to another country. Which country will you go?
Oh my goodness, that would be something really difficult for me to choose because I would like to travel to all the countries in the world, but I would say that I don't know. Probably I would like to visit a place where they don't speak like the same language as me. Well, but that they can speak like English because
English.
I like to communicate. I don't wanna isolate myself. I don't wanna be alone. And I don't know. I think that uh, I would say that's South Africa. Yeah,
I didn't
it's
expect that.
yeah, I think that
Why?
South Africa is a really multicultural country. There are many good stuff there. I think that it's a really colorful country. People is really nice. I have some friends from South Africa and they are really nice. They are really friendly. They always talk like, "Hey, you should come to South Africa," because there are many great things to see, many great things to visit, and I also love the culture. I think that the culture is of South Africa is something that I cannot see in other countries. I mean, every country is unique and it's special. But I don't know. South Africa has something like I want to go there one day, but it's really expensive. Like just the to buy like a one one ticket to go there because it's really far. Well, at least from Mexico, it's really far, and that would be really expensive.
Mm. Do you
So
know
if
how?
someone
Oh, go. Sorry, go
so
ahead.
if someone is watching this video and wants to sponsor me a trip to South Africa, I would be really happy. Just kidding, just kidding.
So do I, you know.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Who knows? Yeah.
Do you know how long do we need to take the time to go to South Africa by air?
I don't know to be
You
honest.
don't know.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know. I guess that first, well, at least from Mexico, you need to go like to, I don't know, to go like to Europe first, and from Europe take another plane to South
Europe.
Africa,
Oh,
or probably from Europe to another country, and from that country to another country. But I'm not really sure. I need to do more research about that.
sure. When you have enough money, don't worry, okay?
Yeah, one day.
So maybe about your country. If I have enough money also to go to Mexico someday, come on, show me the good or the popular place or destinations in Mexico.
Okay, well, in Mexico, sometimes, how can I say? Well, the popular places definitely is the south of Mexico, is like Cancun, Chiapas. Um, yeah, all the south of Mexico is
What's
really
that?
beautiful.
What's that about? Like you mentioned before.
What, the south of Mexico? Or,
I don't know. Like you mentioned before the name. What's the
oh,
place means for
Cancun.
you? Yeah.
Ah, yeah, Cancun, it's a beach on the south of Mexico, and it's really beautiful there
Can you
because
show
the what?
share your screen
Yeah,
so
sure.
everyone can see?
Give me 1 second.
I can see it. Oh my goodness.
Th- This is Cancun, definitely the most popular place in Mexico for tourists and visiting. Um, Many people likes to go there to relax, to see the beach because the water is beautiful. It's blue, and some
Yes.
places it's like green,
Mhm.
and the sand is white. It's really beautiful as well. There are many hotels, there are many resorts, and there are many places around Cancun that you can visit. Like for example, Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza, it's a pyramid um, that is close to kind of close to Cancun. This one,
Oh.
it's a really beautiful uh, touristic place.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there are many like well, Chichen Itza. This was a city long time ago, uh, a really long time ago. uh, and many people likes to visit this place because there are many museums. You can see how the
Mayan, I
Maya.
know. Yeah.
It's a old civilization that used to live there in the south of Mexico.
Okay.
Um, yeah, there are many cities there. There are many pyramids, ruins.
Oh, I know
Uh,
that one in the movie. I forgot the name.
what?
The
Which movie?
the water. Tour Chichen Itza. No, 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 no. Down, down, down. Scroll down.
Scroll down. Okay.
Okay, that's enough. A three fat Desde Cancun, Mayan Travel Company. Tour Chichen Itza Desde Cancun.
Oh, I don't see where is that.
Right, right. On the right side.
Okay.
And up?
Oh, this one?
Yes.
Oh, you mean the cenotes?
Yes, this one.
Cenotes? Okay, I'm gonna show you more about this. I, I really don't know how to explain cenotes, but cenotes is like a kind of like a hole in the land, and you
Mhm.
can see the water that is on the under the land. You know that well under the land there are water.
I know.
Yeah, and well you can see it because there are many of these
Mm,
beautiful things
mm.
in the south of Mexico, close to Cancun. Yeah. Mm, look, this is like the land. Uh, under the land there is like the water.
I
One
forgot I forgot the movie's name, like Jurassic Park or
Jurassic Park. I, I
no?
I think that that was not in Mexico.
Oh,
I'm not sure if you mean this one. Uh, this is a kind of famous movie,
yeah, yeah, but not this one. But
not this one.
yeah, but not this one.
Okay. Well, I don't remember
That's
which
okay, that's fine.
movie are you referring. And one interesting thing about this part of Mexico, I'm gonna show you the map. Uh, you know the dinosaurs when they were alive, right?
Mm-hmm. Is it
When they were alive,
real?
an asteroid is extinguished all the dinosaurs here in the planet.
Oh,
Well, the fun fact is that that asteroid came to Mexico
mm-hmm.
to this place. So Mexico has the most biggest uh, like crater in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Is this thing? Can you see?
Oh, cool.
That's why we have those cenotes because the land there is not like a really is not strong.
Mm-hmm.
And along the time, the then well, like the land was not strong, so that's why there are like those kind of cenotes. I'm not sure you are understanding. Yeah, and in that place there are not mountains because there are many because of the asteroid. So it's something really curious about that
Ha-
place.
Have you ever been there?
Yeah, I've been there like 3 or 4 times, and I
Oh,
like it. I mean, it's I would say that it's cheaper for me because well, I don't live close to that place, but definitely the flights from my place to Cancun are cheaper. Yeah, that's like the most popular place in Mexico, definitely. There are
okay.
many tourists, there are many people, but Mexico has many places to visit.
Mm.
Um, Even in the south of Mexico, there are many pyramids, there are many touristic places that you can visit. So you are not gonna finish to visit them just in one trip. Probably you need many trips. I mean, I've been there like 3 or 4 times and I cannot finish all because it's huge there and there are many things to do.
Okay. The first one is kind of like Hawaii, you know?
Yeah, it looks like Hawaii, but in Hawaii there are more volcanoes. Yeah, and
Okay.
yeah,
So now I know which country that I have to go is Mexico. It's
yeah,
really great.
definitely. You should
Okay.
come here one day. I can
Okay,
welcome
sure.
you, and I
Oh.
can take you to those places if you want.
Okay. So, speaking of the place, maybe I want to need to know about the social media impact, tourism and travel. How
Uh,
does social media impact tourism and travel?
I think that social media travel impact a lot because, for example, nowadays, if you wanna, let's say, if you have an hotel or you have a restaurant, you can promote your hotel or restaurant in social media in order to get many customers. Let's say if I go to Cancun to that place or and I post my trip there, everyone is gonna know, oh, that place looks really beautiful. That place looks amazing. So people is are gonna start to be interested in that place. So people would like to go there. For example, for you, if you post something on social media about your country, uh, I definitely is like, oh, I didn't know that the food it was like that, or they cook the food in that way. So probably I'm gonna be interested in Indonesia food, and I would like to go there definitely. So I think that social media impacts a lot in positive ways and while at the same time impact in negative ways because I don't know, probably people can post bad news about certain place and people is gonna think, oh, I don't wanna go there because it's expensive or people is not nice. But probably sometimes the reality is far from social media and you never know if you don't go there. That's my motto.
Agree.
Definitely.
But sometimes we don't have to 100% trust about the social media, you know. We have to research it first, like
Yeah,
this
yeah,
place, and then ask maybe for some people live in that country to make sure like everything is gonna be fine when you go to that place or that country, right?
yeah, exactly. I 100% agree with you.
Okay. So you mentioned before about you don't have enough like money, or the problem is about the financial when you want to go to some place. And then how do you plan a budget-friendly trip when you don't have enough money, but I want to go this place and then I really want to go outside, like traveling to some place or some country.
Well, uh, it depends. For example, let's say I would like to go to Europe in 1 or 2 years. So I
Mhm.
am saving money for that trip. Um, but I cannot wait until 2 years to that happen. So I like to take like cheapest trips, like as I told you before, like around my city. Because when you travel really close to your city, to your place, that's gonna be cheap. Well, you're gonna save more money, but you are gonna travel. That's the point. So yeah, I tried like to make like a plan, like what should I do? How much money do I need? Like probably I need to stop eating some things in the streets, because in order to save money, or probably I need to stop. I don't know, like uh, just wasting money in some stuff. So I like to make plans. I like to have like a notebook where I can write like my goals, where I want where I what are the places that I want to visit. So I like to handle in that way, like
That's really nice tips.
writing all like my ideas
Hmm.
for for visiting some places.
Mm. Okay. So
Yeah.
now we'll talk about safety tips. What are some travel safety tips?
What safety trips?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Which question? Sorry.
Number five,
Okay.
safety tips.
Well, I think that it depends on the place that you are gonna visit. Um, for
Africa
example,
is Africa is one of I have to say like it's not safe like in the common country, because they still have, I don't know, like old culture maybe, like they still use in their daily life. So that's why when you go to like the South Africa, you will find like different kind of people there and different kind of the culture as well.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you have to be
yeah.
careful,
Well, I think that you have to be careful everywhere.
Agree,
Not Yeah, not just in one place. But
agree.
uh, I think that a safety trip. Well, I like to first like meet people from that country, because if you have friends from that country, or you know people from that country, I think that they can give you the best advices. They can show you places that even if you do a good research, you are not gonna know, because when you travel to another country or to another place, you go to like the popular places. But probably if you have friends from there, they are gonna tell you, "Hey, don't go there because everything's expensive there." Probably some people is gonna try to scam you. So they take you to another place that could be better, that there are less people, the prices are better. So one advice is, if you can, you should try like to meet, try to make friends from that place, because they are gonna give you the best advices. And well, and if you are doing a solo travel, if you are traveling alone, my I think that you should try to stay like where the people where there are more people. I mean, try to stay where the touristic places are located. Uh, don't go to places that doesn't look good. Like, I mean, there are few people. Probably it doesn't look like you don't feel comfortable. You need to learn like to trust to yourself. Like, if you feel comfortable like walking for a certain place, you should go. But if you don't feel fine, you should not go. You should not go. You should you need to learn to trust in yourself, like in your feelings. Like, oh, this doesn't look good, so I'm gonna stop. So, or this thing looks really good. Probably I can try it. Uh, yeah, those I think those are my advices.
That's really informative. And do you use travel applications?
Yes, I use many. Well, the most useful is always Google Maps. uh,
That's it.
because when you are when you are not in your city, you are not in the place that you know, you feel really lost at times. So Google Maps is really good. And I recommend an app. It's called Coach Surfing. Have you ever heard about that app?
No, can you please in the chat box
Co-
write it
yeah,
down?
Coach Surfing.
Coach.
It's really popular.
In
Coach
Mexico?
Surfing. Well, I think that in many countries it's kind of popular because you can do a lot of things with that app. When I was in Canada, when people didn't really have money to travel to another place in Canada, they 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 use Couchsurfing. Couchsurfing is an app that you can find like a place to sleep 1 or 2 days, or it depends on your necessities. And other people that, let's say, lives in that place,
Mhm.
they can they can welcome you in their places, in their houses. So it's gonna be free for you. And I think that it's a really safe app because you need to, of course, there are always gonna be risks, but you need like a approval for using that app. You need to pay monthly. You need to give your information about yourself. People sometimes recommend you, like, hey, he's a good host, you can stay with him. Or it's a really good app. I have used it a few times. I have stayed in places that uh, in houses of people that I don't know. And they are really nice, I am really nice, so they left recommendations about me. Or even if you don't want to use for looking for a place to stay, you can use to meet people. Let's say you are in another country and you don't know what to do. So there's another option in that app where you can, let's say, I'm available to you can put yourself in that app, like available to hang out. And other people, if they are in the mood, they can see you that you want to hang out, and they are going to go with you, and you can make new friends. And I think that it's really good, that app. And there's another app that I recommend, um, Pop Right.
Pop right.
Yeah, have you ever heard about that one?
No, I have not.
Pop.
I'm sorry.
Let me write it. Let's say if you want to go to it's an app where you can get like a cheap rides.
Hmm.
If you don't have money to buy a a, a, a bus ticket, you can use this app, like, hey, I want to go to this place. So probably another people, they go there every day, so they can give you a ride for free. Or, well, not for free, you need to pay money, uh, but it's gonna be it's not gonna be really expensive.
Cheap, maybe, or cheap, yeah.
It's gonna be cheaper. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah, you need to try you need to find ways to to make less expensive your travel.
make the
Yeah,
budgets like
definitely.
so good.
Uh,
Okay,
yeah.
so how about the transportations? Because you mentioned about the bus, you mentioned about go there, go here. So what type of transportation do you use when traveling?
Uh, well, I it depends on the place. I think that I like to walk a lot. When I travel, I really enjoy walking.
No way.
Yeah. But for some people, yeah, because when you are walking, you can feel the city, you can feel the vibes of the people, you can feel like yeah, you can feel more like you are part of the city, and I like it. I like to walk the cities. I like because I think, in my opinion, is the best way how you can know that places, and it's amazing. But as well, sometimes if you wanna go to another place, I think that the best option is bus.
Bus,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
bus.
but
Okay, agree.
I think that walking it's beautiful. It's amazing. You should do it if you can.
Agree, but you cannot walk for a whole day, you know?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. So you if you're gonna travel, you need to prepare it. Probably you need to try to walk before. You need to yeah, you need to work out for that.
Mhm. Agree, agree. Okay, okay,
Yeah.
let's to the next one. What have you learned from other cultures during your travels? Maybe about the
Uh,
language.
I have learned a lot. That's the thing that I like more. Uh, as I told you before, I like to meet people. I like to spend time with different people. Especially I like to meet people because you can know how that people think or how that people lives. Sometimes it's different uh, as the things that you do or you think, and you need to be always really open mind because, for example, something that probably for you is good, probably for other people is gonna be bad. uh, or something that it's polite for you, probably for other people is gonna be unpolite. So
Mhm,
that's something that I have learned, like you need to be really open mind to all that situations.
mhm.
Yeah, for example, let's say I'm gonna give one example. In Mexican culture, when you sneeze, you you need to say uh, I forgot the word in English. Well, in Spanish is salud, but in other places, in other countries, they don't say anything. But in my culture, that would be something like bless you. I remember now the word. You need to say
Oh,
bless you.
like shit.
But but if you don't say something, at least in Mexico, as I told you, it's kind of rude. It's not it's something not polite. But I understand and I know that in other cultures, in other countries, they don't say anything, and that's normal. So if a Mexican go to those countries and that Mexican doesn't know that, probably he's gonna feel uncomfortable or hey, why no one said anything? So that person is gonna feel bad. But no, 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 it's not like that. It's just more like the culture is different. It's not that the people is rude or is not nice. So you need to be really open minded when you travel to another country, to another place. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like, I really enjoy that,
So how about the
cultural
language?
exchange.
Sometimes when we go to another country, even they speak English, but they have their own accent. It's gonna be
Oh
cool
yeah.
and unique. And sometimes I make a joke, but I respect it, it means like a joke. I just feel like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be cool when I talk like another accents with in English, of course. So do you have that experience?
Yeah, I have had that kind of experience. Like when you, let's say you want to say something,
Mhm.
or you don't understand anything about what the other people is saying. It's like, oh my goodness, I cannot understand anything. It's like, well, first of all, I think that you need to be, you don't be shy, basically. Like you need to learn like how to, don't be ashamed to ask like, hey, I don't understand, or can you repeat that? Be humble as well, because if you fake like, hey, I understand all the things that you said, probably you might get some trouble, you might get some difficulties. um and yeah, I think that's one of the things that I would recommend. Like, don't be shy. Just ask if you don't understand. Ask like, hey, I don't know where I am, or oh, I don't know what to do. Like, it's fine. It's fine because you're a tourist. You're not from that place. You're human. It's okay to feel strange, to feel, because sometimes it's like, oh, I don't know what to do, because I'm when you do solo travel, you don't know what to do at times, because it's like no one is with me. So just don't be shy and ask you don't understand, or ask how to get to certain places. Yeah, that would be my advice. Don't be shy and try to talk as much as possible, and be humble, and don't forget to be humble. I think
Okay.
that always when a person is humble, is gonna be welcome in every place. Yeah, try to be nice with other people, and you're gonna make mistakes. It's something that happens, but just don't care too much about your mistakes and try to move on. Yeah, because probably you're gonna make a cultural mistake, like, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or I shouldn't have done that. But just try to move on. Like, okay, next time I'm not gonna do that, and you're gonna learn. But I mean, that's why I like to travel. I like to feel that kind of sensations, that kind of
Mhm.
feelings. Yeah,
Agree, agree.
it's amazing. Yeah.
So that's the reasons when we join in another community and then you have a new friends from another country and then you need some informations once you want to go there. So maybe they can give some advices like you mentioned before, right? Because we don't
Yeah.
know the culture shock sometimes when you have to do this, but another country they cannot do that. That's really, really helpful for you to know it first before we go to that country. Or maybe we can ask for the time, ask for the currency, ask for the many things we have to know about the country. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
really happy. I'm really lucky and honored to know you, especially here. So maybe next time when I have enough money and time, of course, to go to Mexico, I would love to ask you so many questions about this and that and
Yeah.
so many things.
Yeah, definitely. I would be really happy that you come here. I can take you to really interesting places.
Oh,
Don't be afraid. Mexico is not a really expensive country. Yeah.
Okay.
So people is really nice. I think that in Mexico, not many people can speak English here in Mexico, but even if they cannot speak, they are going and you need something, they are gonna try to help you. They are gonna try to find a way to help you. That's
Hmm.
something that I like from here. That people is really warm, is really nice, and yeah, even if their English is not enough, they are
Hmm.
gonna try to socialize with you. They are gonna try to know you more.
Oh, wait a second. About the language, when we didn't know how to speak that countries or that mother language, and then they also don't know how to speak English, how did you communicate each other with
I think
the
that body
person?
language is
What?
really useful. Yeah, exactly. It's like you just need to try like yeah, like try like to act what you need. Like well, Google Maps help a lot to be honest. But if you even you don't have Google Maps, let's say you don't have phone for some reason, or you lost your phone and you are lost in a place, you need to use body language. It's like, hey, how can I get to this place? And probably people, some people is gonna ignore you, or they are gonna not gonna understand you. But body language is this, it's always helpful.
Yes.
Yeah,
Or if you want to
yeah,
ask for the restaurant, where
yeah,
is the
exactly,
restaurant?
exactly,
I'm
exactly.
hungry.
Yeah, exactly, definitely. Yeah, body language is the, it's a really good way to communicate with people, definitely.
Agree, agree. Well, that's all. I think that's really informative for me, and
Oh,
I hope so. It's for everyone else.
thank,
Uh,
thank, thank you so much,
okay.
Luke, man. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. You know, it's really, 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 really helpful for me,
Yeah.
especially. Maybe you have something to say, or you want to say something,
Uh,
comments or feedback, anything else.
oh, I wanna congrats you, Luke, man, for doing this kind of podcast because it's really interesting. It's really new. Really, when someone is innovating, I think that it's always cool because we can, well, especially in this podcast that you are doing, you can know better the people. Like I think you can know more about them. That's always really cool because we don't have to forget that we are humans. We feel, we have dreams, we have always something to share, and these kind of podcasts are gonna help a lot. So congratulations, man.
Okay, thank you so much, Francisco. So I have to say goodbye. I think it's enough for me. Okay. And then we
Thank you.
will see you
Good,
in the next part or in another topic, maybe. Yeah. I hope so.
definitely. Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you so much. Have a great day for you.
Thank you.